The second for one. On to first, but not in time this afternoon. A high-scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the 5th inning. As a look, now the pitch. So he can't make contact there on strike 3, but meanwhile the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away.
The third baseman.
Now at the plate, Andres side. The throw. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
1-1. Here it is. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else.
Let it rip right here.
Ready with the 1-2. Hit on the ground toward the left. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So next to the plate for Texas, Boomer Murphy.
Boomer.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job. Underwood on third. Inciarte on second. Hernandez at first. One gone.
Let's go now. One time.
All right, and this one gets away. What a bad time for a wild pitch, as the run will score from third.
Man, this guy's going to get a nickname with the word wild in it if he keeps this up. That's his second wild pitch of the game, and this one cost him a run. Not sure if he got a cleat stuck out there or what, but this one wasn't anywhere near the zone. A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin the win if he starts looking for it.
At the plate, Boomer Murphy. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Boomer Murphy.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. In now the power hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara.
Nomar Mazara.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. He pulls this one into right. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Now a 9-4 ball game. But he gets back in time, safe at second base. Now at the plate, Andres Valido. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another flyout wouldn't be all that bad.
1 run scores. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, not hit all that hard, D-roll. He muscled it out there for a 2 RBI base hit.
So digging in now, Boomer Murphy, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
More of a comfortable side from the left side. Puts the ball in play. More of a contact hitter from the left side. Might have grown up being a natural left-handed hitter.
A shot down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-roll, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage of it.
You know, D-roll, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one.
17-6 in this one today. The Rangers plated 17 runs. from the home of the Rangers, we're at Globe Life Park in Arlington. So striding forward now, Boomer Murphy. He got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
To find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
A ball and a strike now. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Roll. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
And he's really continued to look great in the second half of the season. Over the last 10 games, hitting over 300.
Hey, nice rib, nice piece.
He's been so consistent all year. His timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime soon. Probably going to battle for a batting title the rest of the way.
So a runner at first here with 2 gone in the inning. And that brings up the versatile Nomar Mazara.
Hey, come on now.
There he goes. But pulled in at the hot corner, and that ends the inning. Striding in for Oakland, Stephen Piscotty.
The right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping in, Boomer Murphy. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Hey, good one. Nope.
Now it's 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Line towards center field. Laureano is back, and he'll get there to make the play. Stepping up now, Boomer Murphy. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Murphy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now here's the ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Piscotty should have room.
Come on, score!
And he brings it in on the warning track. Now the A's designated hitter, Jesus Aguilar. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Jesus Aguilar.
1-1-1.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Digging in, Boomer Murphy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's... Here's Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 3 so far, so he hasn't done much to help at the top of the lineup. Bounce to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
And that's what he gets paid to do, shutting them down for another save. That's an even 100 for his career. So congrats are in order. I'm sure he's going to tuck that ball away and put it in his trophy room.
Afternoon baseball now from the heart of Texas. And here's Corey Seager. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So no runs or hits here. Striding into the box, Boomer Murphy got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
1 ball, no strikes the count. Now a throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. On a rope to the second baseman. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settle with just the 1 out. A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Coming to the plate now, Boomer Murphy, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Boomer Murphy.
He pulls this one into right. And that finds the outfield back in quickly. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Roll, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started. To start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy to shut him down, because he's playing with the big part of the field.
And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Balls hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
Digging in, Andres Valido, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Pitch inside the throw. And oh, the offline throw as this takes off down the line in left field. Throw won't get him. So they'll slap an error on the catcher there, and you can tell he's not happy. Now batting, Chad Pinder, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away. Drilled on the ground is short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. But they won't get 2. Ready for another shot now. Boomer Murphy. He singled his last time up.
Boomer Murphy.
And this is off the corner and low, ball 1. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for the Rangers. This is pulled into right.
You got that one.
And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
As we take a look at the pitch count, you can see that it's not that high, but you have to wonder maybe if the heat is taking it out on this guy a little bit. The weather can be the great equalizer, especially when the temps are starting to rise like this.
Now batting, right fielder.
So a runner on second with 1 down now. And that brings up the versatile Nomar Mazara. And now the runner's trying for third.
You're here.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Hey, good swing.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much.
At the plate, Stephen Piscotty, 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point.
Piscotty.
Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in.
2-2-2.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
Ready for another chance? Boomer Murphy. Now, despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3-4-5s.
Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
The 1-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Pinder is in pursuit, and the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up, and the runner from third crosses the plate. Striding in once again, Boomer Murphy, 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Here we go.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
No one better. Need you right here. Hey, clutch up right now.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Moving under it, Wimberly. And that's the second out of the inning.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
This one comes to a close with a 9-5 final.
For the victorious Athletics, 9 runs.
MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look in. Carlos Martinez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you look up the word dependability in the dictionary, that's what this guy, you'll find a picture. Career ERA just under 3.5, and that's saying quite a lot in the high-scoring games that we see in baseball going on right now. Real solid pitcher, controls the running game, controls the strike zone, and more importantly, he knows how to get deep into the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning. Solid pitcher, and he'll be fun to watch in this one.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, guys, I'm really hoping to see a turnaround from that number.
Now at the plate, Boomer Murphy. He got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
And Dan Dero, these A's as they begin play here this afternoon. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? Try to get on a kind of a little mini winning streak here. Losing the first game of this series, winning game 2, and hopefully winning this series by pulling one out here today.
Yeah, Dan, they were able to shower that first loss off in the first game of this series and had a nice bounce-back game yesterday. Let's see if they can steal the series right here.
A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Digging in to try it again. Boomer Murphy, 0 for 1 for him here.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone.
And they get him trying to swipe a base. Striding in, Boomer Murphy, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first. Digging in once again, Boomer Murphy. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
More of a comfortable side from the left side. Puts the ball in play more. Natural left-handed hitter.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that is off the wall in right field.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Roll, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup.
Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught.
Up next for the Rangers, Boomer Murphy. He singled his last time up.
Boomer.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball right down the line in left. And they can't run it down. The 0-1 pitch. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And a one-time magic number 61 home runs on the season now as they push this lead up to 9 now. So as we check it out one more time, remember that for years, 61 was the number to beat, and he's tied it right here. Here's Jurickson Profar. It was a walk in his last trip.
The second baseman, Jurickson.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line to the right side. Mazzara is there, and he'll bring this one in. Coming to the plate now, Corey Seager. It was a walk in his last trip.
Corey.
Now the payoff pitch home. Grounded to first. Murphy scoops it up. Throw not in time as he's able to leg it out.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with a victory and look on to the next one.
A 9-2 finish at the end of this contest. The Texas Rangers seal up their 30th win at home on the season. Carlos Martinez earned his 9th win of the year.
Come and see me and maybe you'll die, but I can keep you in hard work, the fluid kind. That's enough for excitement. Frustrated faces, pain and pain. Come and see me and maybe you'll try. I've been on these spirals to the climb.
Inferences drawn from season statistics can sometimes illuminate potential areas of improvement.
It's time now for baseball from the great state of Texas and Globe Life Park. We've got an AL Western Division showdown tonight between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Boomer Murphy, the American League's batting leader, steps into the box. Coming up next. Ezra Mortero is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Rangers. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is 3.
Now at the plate, Boomer Murphy, who got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Hey, get your pitch. Stay hot up there.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. And fellas, these Astros entering play here tonight. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
And he was rewarded for his incredible first half with an invite to the Midsummer Classic. Always an honor.
No surprise this guy found himself in the All-Star game in the Midsummer Classic. He absolutely had a monster first half. He was almost a certain lock to represent his team at that game.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
And he's really continued to look great in the second half of the season. Over the last 10 games, hitting over 300.
He's been so consistent all year. His timing, just his presence in the box. It doesn't look like this is going away anytime.
High drive deep down the left field line. But this will land untouched.
It looked like from our perspective, he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. So into the box,
Now
Boomer Murphy. He got called.
Bees where you get completely fooled.
Hey, let's go, big
Look for
fella.
him to be on the attack early in this.
And this one runs up high, ball 1.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good break. Strikeout right here, because very rarely are you going to get this guy to ground into a double play.
Hey, 90 feet
Now the
anyway,
2-0.
kid. Here we go. Oh, hey, come on, big dog. Get the pitch.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go out.
This is pulled into
There you
right.
go. Make the
And
turn.
the
Make the
Rangers
turn.
are in the hit column.
All right, you're up. You're up. You're up.
The relay not in time, and he's in there with a double. And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Row, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy to shut him down, because he's playing with the big part of the field. He can beat you in so many different ways, and this number's
Right here,
getting
easy,
just
easy.
straight ridiculous.
And he's safe. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Up next for the Rangers.
Stepping up to the plate, Andres Valido, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Digging in and looking for more, Boomer Murphy. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Fly ball out toward left center field. Engel on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Ready now, Boomer Murphy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out.
Now he turns on a fastball and sends it deep down the right field line. And it's gone as they add still another. Tyler White will bat next. And he's got to get on base any way he can with that possible tying run behind him in the on-deck circle. Crowd gets up for the 3-2.
1-1-1.
Surprise here as he's going to try to lay one down. The throw will go to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
So the whole crowd will have a pleasant drive home afterwards as their guys have taken the first two of this 3-game series. But win tomorrow, they can break out the brooms.
5-2 the final score tonight. The Texas Rangers jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Andrew Heaney picks up his league-leading 13th win. Corey Knebel records the save, his 31st of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Rangers, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Today, a contest from the AL West between the Houston Astros and the Texas Rangers. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Mike Foltynewicz, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can tell by this strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Runner!
Now the payoff pitch. Base hit into right center.
Yeah, here we go. Relay, hit me. Cut, hold.
And the run will score as the Astros are off to the early 1-0 lead. So much of this game is situated. Stepping in, Boomer Murphy. He got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last. Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Next up for the Stros, James Broniga comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. The 2-2. This one's down to third. Reined in. But the feed to the second baseman is a wide one. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error. And here's the big left-handed bat of A.J. Reed. His career line with Fultonavich. He's got a 3 for 7 line.
1-1-1.
And that is through into right field for a single. Stepping into the box, Boomer Murphy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
Hey, let her rip, let her rip.
The 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Frost has a beat on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Striding in for Houston, Kyle Tucker. He came through with an RBI single in his last at bat.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan
1-1-1-1.
certainly attests to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit.
And his game of hide and seek ends. Tyler White will bat next. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch.
Up, up.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Into the box now. Boomer Murphy. He flew out in his last at bat.
Murphy.
Ready with the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Inciarte, base runner at first with 1 out.
Hey, your pitch, your pitch.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. We were expecting a pitcher's duel in this one, but it's turned into a bit of a contest so far. Fultonavich hasn't had his best stuff today.
All right, Dan, you look at this game, the finesse guy has been on. Nothing over the heart of the plate, really keeping proverbial rocking chair, where the power guy's missing over the heart.
You know, it's hard to believe because sometimes you look at this guy that's throwing in the upper 90s, big power stuff, having a tough time moving the ball up, down, in and out. More than one way to get to a lineup, and the guy that's the finesse guy, he is really making it work in this one.
Hey, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
And he will add yet another game to his incredible hitting streak as it now reaches even further into the stratosphere.
You know, D-Roll, I don't know if this thing's ever going to end. This guy's been raking now for almost 2 months, and he's swinging the bat just as good now as when this streak started to start it off with his first base hit.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's coming out of it anytime soon. I wonder the pitcher that would create such a tough matchup for this guy to shut him down, because he's playing with the big part of the field. He can beat you in so many.
Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on. Standing in, Boomer Murphy. He singled his last time up.
Boomer
From the stretch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Delgado, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Hey, easy on. Here we go.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy. Pitches now.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it. Frost.
Dig.
And that's the third out. 9-1 is the way this one ends. The Astros jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. MLB The Show is on the air as we come at you this evening from Globe Life. So coming to the plate, Boomer Murphy. He got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
Dan Dero, we take a look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, guys, I'm interested to take a look at this team in game 1 of this road trip right now. They have to play better. They took it on a chin.
Meanwhile, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. The relay, and he is out, retreating to second as they slap the tag on him. So stepping in, Boomer Murphy, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Boomer Murphy.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And it's belted high and deep into right center. So it's a 2-run shot to right center, and that is home run number 63 on the year as the Rangers have opened it up now 4-0.
Yeah, and it looks like at least one player is having a night to remember. He drove in their only run earlier in the game.
Trying to pick things up where we left off. Boomer Murphy, already a home run and a double for him in this one.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a tape measure shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless. Digging in now for Kansas City, Hunter Dozier. He drove in 2 with a double in his last at-bat. This thing's far from over. We're moving into the back end of this game, only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying. Digging in, Boomer Murphy. Now, despite the matchup against some typically formidable pitching, he has already turned in a multi-hit performance.
That's why this guy's an absolute monster. He doesn't discriminate. You put a good guy out on the mound, he finds a way to work his knocks in, and he feasts on the 3-4-5. This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Now the 1-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Phillips racing back to the track. He's got it as the tying run is left on. Ready once again, Boomer Murphy, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. High and deep to right center. Phillips racing back, still ranging back. And that ball is gone. Santa Maria, game over. So a three-run shot to right center field, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
They say better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charge in one for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one, really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
Afternoon baseball now from the heart of Texas and Globe Life Park in Arlington. Settling in now, Mario Campos, and a great chance here for Kansas City to add on in just the first inning. He hit down to third, likely no shot at two. One there. Turn throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4. So striding in, Boomer Murphy got off to a really hot start this year and currently leads the American League in batting average over the first half of the campaign.
Yeah, there's probably a handful of guys that get to enjoy the All-Star break the way he did. He was swinging such a hot bat that first half to find himself in first place in batting average. What a great start to the second half for him.
The 1-0. Misses, ball two.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Hamilton going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Past history with Mike Clevenger. He hits at a 3-6 clip. Big man will try to bunt his way aboard. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Boomer Murphy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his.
3-0 now.
Well, of all the guys in this lineup, he's definitely the guy I'd be cautious with, especially with a one-run lead. No.
High and deep to right. Hamilton going back to the track, to the wall. And a scaling attempt to the wall, but it'll be in vain because this ball is gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 65 for him here as the Rangers are back in business. as they tie it at 2.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
In now, Boomer Murphy, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball on. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Now in the box, Boomer Murphy. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Newberry stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was taken in the very late rounds during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Andres Velasquez. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been... Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
So here's Tim Kugler to the plate now. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Out here in the 9th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
Hey, get a good one up there, huh?
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Texas down to their final strike in this one. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Drive it deep, huh? Here you go.
2 out, nobody on. Hit down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Hey, one time, right now.
Swing and a line drive.
Get up, ball.
And that is in there for a 2-out base knock.
And if you're the manager, you've got to love that about your team. They were down to their last strike, but they refused to go down without a fight, so they lived to fight some more.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that brings up the versatile Nomar Mazara. And there he goes towards second. Line toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
That fires me up right there. What a clutch AB, a 2-out single to get the tying run to the plate. That's all you can ask for.
Standing in, Andres Pulido, and their runners at the corners now. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And that is going to put an end to this one. And the Royals have ended their 5-game losing streak as the ball game is over.
Well, there's no doubt they've looked pretty inept the last 5 games. But they got the monkey off their back here with the win and are hoping to build on that now.
7-4 the final finish today. The Royals took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jake Junis with his 4th win this season. Brian Flynn hammers down the save, his third of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 7 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 18 runners on base.
MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside. Mike Foltynewicz, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can...
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Phillips looks up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Shot to right center. Home run number 66 on the year. And the Rangers have drawn even now at 1 apiece.
I guess the pitchers haven't been talking in the dugout. Looks like they've learned nothing about this guy. He's torched them for 4.
At the plate, Mario Campos. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Campos.
Try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Speed up and driving, huh?
He's set. The 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
Inciarte at second. Hernandez at first. 2 out in the inning.
Hey, let her rip up there. Let's go.
The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
The set and the 1-2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time.
Stay through it. Let's go. Drive it.
1-2. Here it is. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. His career line with Foltynewicz. He's 1 for 2. The 0-2. Oh, and he misses it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the... Now to the plate, Brett Phillips comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Number 14, Brett.
First.
1-1-1.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Leading off the inning, Boomer Murphy, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And that's the first out. Here's Billy Hamilton standing in.
Leading off for Kansas City, the left fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped him up. Hernandez is there for it.
Me.
Makes the play, 1 away. Leading off the inning, Boomer Murphy, and they'll need him to get something going here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that misses low and away, ball one.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter. He's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
2-0 now.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Outside and low, 3-0.
If you're at the plate in this situation, you're only thinking one thing, and that is get on base. You got 3 balls. It has to be perfect over those 17 inches for you to pull a trigger. A walk is as good as a knock right here.
Here it is, the 3-0. Oh, break out the tape measure. That one is long gone.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Into the box now, Patrick Asuncion.
The catcher, Patrick Asuncion.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. On the ground to first. To second for one. On to first. A double play. So the lineup really helped carry them to victory here in this one, and this man was a big reason why. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Astros, Minute Maid Park in Houston. Game 1 here in the month of August between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. Boomer Murphy looks to push his all-time hit streak record to even greater heights. Next.
Play ball.
Stepping into the box, Boomer Murphy, already holding the all-time hit streak record. He continues to carve out his place in the game's pantheon right here.
You know, Matty, whatever happens in this guy's career, regardless.
Now at the plate, Boomer Murphy. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award. From the stretch, here's the pitch. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. While his hitting streak might be drawing most of the attention, some might not realize he's hitting for real power as well, slugging over 500 for the season.
And that's the beauty of it, Matty. He's doing it with damage. It's not the 1 for 4 with the ground ball with eyes or the bleeder with no one on that doesn't help the team. This is a guy that's done serious damage from day one of this hit streak, and it's continued.
Come on, big guy, get your pitch right here.
A 2-1 count to the Rangers' first baseman. Aside from the hitting streak, he also sits atop the batting average rankings. If he keeps this up, he'll be the odds-on favorite to win a batting title.
Matty, he certainly caught fire at the right time, and if he continues this streak and the way he's been swinging the bat, giving himself a chance. Every time he steps to the plate, he gives himself a chance. Not too many people can lay their head on the pillow at night and win it, say they're a batting champion. He's got an opportunity to accomplish that.
Here now the 2-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. 2-run shot to straightaway center. Number 68 now as he draws ever closer as the Rangers have opened it up now 4-0.
Yeah, and that's what you call a dream scenario or an absolute nightmare, depending on your viewpoint. A power pitcher on the bump and a power hitter at the plate. A plus B equals...
At the plate, Kyle Tucker looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. The 0-2 pitch. 2-2. To short. This could be 2. Played on the backhand. The second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. Ready to take his hacks again. Boomer Murphy as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark. But a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Nomar Mazara is on deck.
Wait for your pitch up there.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Back up the middle. Crawford gloves it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Digging in now, Boomer Murphy. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got burner wheels down the first base line. I don't think he even concerns himself with that. He has to put it on the ground. That's part of what makes him successful.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, get your pitch up there, huh?
Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. The next 0-2. And, oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
No more. Let's go, baby. Mazzara.
Runner goes for second. Pitch outside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that's high and off the plate, 2-1.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece on it, huh? Let's go.
Hit on the ground to third.
Beat it out, beat it out.
And that's through into left, a base hit. He'll come home with it. Out at the plate as they slap the tag on him.
Obviously, they got a little over-aggressive there. When you've got the...
Now at the plate, Boomer Murphy. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Hit hard to the right side.
Come on, ball, get on up.
Foul. Bases are empty. One man out.
Here you go.
Hit to first.
Dig.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Brandon Drury will bat next.
Now batting, the third baseman, Brandon Drury.
On the ground to first, could be two. Hernandez at second. On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
9-1 is the way this one ends. Texas get their 30th win on the road so far this season.
Tonight, for the victorious Rangers, 9 runs, 14 hits.
Welcome to Houston as we prepare you for baseball from Minute Maid Park. Today, a matchup out of the American League Western Division between the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros. It's Astros baseball, and it's next on the show. Jody Rios, the left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you take a look at that ERA. That's a little bloated right now. This guy's a better pitcher than that, but he hasn't been real consistent. One good game, one bad game. I think what he needs to do, if he can string together 3 or 4 good quality games in a row, that ERA will start creeping back down. He definitely needs to start pitching a lot better than he has up to this point, and it'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around in this one.
Stay hot up there, huh?
Here's the 0-1. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Rangers set down in order, and now the Astros will go to work for the... So next to the plate for Texas, Boomer Murphy, and he's the reigning American League Player of the Month. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Just able to get a piece of that for strike one. On On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Hey, if these guys are going to have any chance in this one, they are going to have to set their sights a little lower. You cannot expect to get the barrel of the bat to that baseball. That is entirely too high.
Ready on 0-2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. The 1-2. Misses. Ball 2.
Right there, it's a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Full count now. 3-2.
Hey, get your pitch.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And this is swung on and missed, and the American League's leading hitter is gone on strikes. 1 away. So digging in now, Boomer Murphy. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
You got this.
The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Frost. And that retires the side. So they breeze through this half. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, A.J. Reed. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Pitch popped up. Murphy is there. 2 gone. Stepping in, Boomer Murphy. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fouled away.
Touch up for us. Right guy, right place. Let's go, baby.
The 0-1 on its way. Fly ball out toward right field. Andrioli coasts under it, and that's the second out.